This is News 7 at 5:30.
Good evening. I'm Matt Triddle, and I'll have all your top headlines in just a moment. But first, meteorologist Madison Rogers joins us with a first look at our weather. Madison, why was it so windy out today?
Matt, so we're starting to watch as a cold front is moving through our area right now. All these clouds are starting to move through, and even our temperature is dropping 39 degrees right now. And these winds are starting to pick up as well from the west. Right now, currently at 9 miles per hour. All over the Northeast Kingdom, we have temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Highgate and the Champlain Valley being our warmer region right now. This cold front's going to move through fast, bringing a lot of winds, strong winds from the west, and even some spotty snow and rain showers. A lot of these rain showers are moving through right now on higher elevations, turning into snow, and that could be a potential problem for tonight as temperatures drop below freezing. The wind gusts for tonight, mainly for this early evening, is going to be in the 20s, but as we go into the morning hours tomorrow, wind gusts will be up to about 30 miles per hour. Now with these wind gusts, the low temperature is going to be about 25 degrees, but the feel-like temperature is going to be much worse. Join me back in just a couple of minutes to find out what we're looking for in the rest of the forecast. Matt, back to you.
Thanks, Madison. State police and the FBI conducted a search today in North Haverhill, New Hampshire, in hopes of finding new evidence in the missing person case of Maura Murray. The 21-year-old Murray went missing in 2004 after a car accident. Today, officials searched a home on Route 112 after they said they received information from the public that there might be a body in the basement. The homeowners agreed to the search. No new evidence was found.
Agents and detectives went into that basement. They cut that area, removed the concrete, and then searched several feet down and covered the entire area and beyond where that disturbed ground had been. And they located absolutely nothing other than a small piece of what looks to be potentially pottery and maybe a piece of old piping. And that's all that they found.
Streseland added that the case remains active and they will continue to pursue new leads. They encourage the public to continue to come forward with any new information. Police have formally charged 2 teenagers in connection to a shooting in St. Johnsbury that sent one man to the hospital. Court records show that 17-year-old Arthur Butler has been charged with reckless endangerment and felony aggravated assault for pulling the trigger that hit 24-year-old Brandon Delude twice in the back early yesterday morning on Elm Street. 18-year-old John Emerson faces felony accessory charges after police say he helped Butler escape. Delude remains hospitalized. Butler faces a 16-year sentence, and Emerson faces 7 years if convicted. A Vermont National Guard supply sergeant has been indicted on charges he illegally sold military equipment. Court records say that Amon Ewell was charged with 6 different counts, including fraud and embezzlement, for selling the equipment from March 2017 to March 2018. The records say he ordered duffel bags, parkas, and boots and then sold them on eBay. Guard officials are not saying if Ewell is still on active duty status. The St. Johnsbury Select Board has been active in making plans to not only bring more people to the area, but to expand business presence as well. News 7's Thomas Lanza tells more about how they will make it happen.
Been a general consensus among residents and town administration to make St. Johnsbury an ideal place to visit and live. Select Board members and the Chamber of Commerce have been working hard to put together a marketing campaign that shows people that St. Johnsbury is making a change. Some residents feel that the town as a whole has been on a decline within the past decade and would like to see more business and job opportunities to bring more people to the area.
Since I've been here, we've lost a lot of industry, and they need to bring some of that back or add.
In addition, the Select Board has made a decision to expand the boundaries of the Downtown Design Control District. They are looking to add an additional 23 properties in the Bay Street area, which will offer a multitude of business opportunities for current and future business owners. Select Board member Brendan Hughes explains the town's involvement for developing tax increment financing.
So what the idea is that we're going to change the downtown district line in order to incorporate key properties within St. Johnsbury so that they can get within the TIF district, which is the tax increment financing. Yep. So basically, for that would allow the town to then help key properties and especially businesses that might go into those for different infrastructure components.
This will in greater part boost the offerings of the NEK area as a whole, providing incentivized options to people coming to the area.
Allowing people to see this as more of a destination spot, especially for travelers and people who are coming for going up to Burke Mountain. They can come into town to go to eat, have multiple different options.
This has been Thomas Lanza with News 7, St. Johnsbury.
Last night, the school board of Danville met to discuss and improve on specific issues regarding their school community. At the meeting, the Danville School Board discussed issues concerning administrative progress concerning the principal and the new superintendent. All seems to be going in the right direction, and the board was pleased with their findings within the works of both positions. The board also discussed tuition policy and roof repairs for the sole purpose of keeping Danville schools a prominent and thriving school district amongst the Northeast Kingdom schools. The Caledonia Central Supervisory Union is set to destroy school records of students previously enrolled in the surrounding elementary schools. On the 15th of this month, the CCSU will be shredding special education records of students from the 2010-2011 school year. The CCSU does this every 7 years for all districts and all schools in the district.
This is a standard procedure that we do, and we do have occasional record requests and for students who have exited, but generally it is within that 7-year time frame. There have been a couple that have passed that time frame and we no longer have the records.
For those interested in collecting their records, contact Kathy Brown at 802-684-3801. The Peachum School District is currently holding a public meeting to discuss the Peachum School's budget and its current vote extension. The extension was made because the school board foresaw unexpected savings in specific areas on the budget, and this led to a $3,000 deduction on the total budget price. Not only has the postponed vote saved the town money, but it also saved them from sending the extra money to the state for payments.
So we want to vote on the lowest possible amount, and they are still waiting on some information about the small schools grant, the amount of money that we pay to our supervisory union based on our percentage that we owe for those services, and there were a few other things they were looking at. So they asked the town, let's recess the vote to April 3rd, which they did, which is happening tomorrow.
There is a chance that the school board will attempt to postpone the vote again until May, for the same reason that the school may be able to save even more money. And last night at the St. Johnsbury Academy, they held an opioid addiction education class on campus for members of the community to attend, in hopes of getting the public more aware of the issue. News 7's Nick Anastasi has more.
According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, every single day, more than 130 people in the United States die after overdosing on opioids. They have made their mark in communities all across the United States, becoming more and more potent as time goes on. First pills, then heroin, and now fentanyl, which is similar to morphine but 50 to 100 times more potent. Coming in contact with even small amounts can harm an individual. Unfortunately, we are no stranger to overdoses here in the Northeast Kingdom.
The St. Johnsbury Academy is making strides to educate members of the community what to do in those types of situations.
Community members and employers were talking about how they were realizing the opiate epidemic was having a pretty significant impact on the students that they had, as well as the people that they were trying to employ and their family members, and we're looking for strategies to support each other around how to manage that. And that led to a connection with the Department of Health, and subsequently a grant was issued to prepare this training and offer it throughout the state.
So I was really excited to hear about this opportunity when it first came about as a pilot program, and wanted to be a part of that pilot. You know, the opiate epidemic that's a topic that's touched my life personally, and I know that it's touched a lot of folks in our community. St. Johnsbury Academy, we kind of have a slogan that we build the stamina for difficult conversations, and I think that's what this workshop does. It fits with what we do here.
Nick Anastasi, News 7, St. Johnsbury.
And coming up after the break, see how the design students at St. Johnsbury Academy are preparing for their big show.
Matt, things are changing fast, and we are talking some snow. Join me back in just a few minutes to find out more about the full forecast.
Don't like that. Don't like